This is Vader Reviews. We are honored that you would join us. I had fully intended to review Mighty Joe Young this weekend, but with the premiere of Season 2 of The Mandalorian, Joe will have to wait, since I like to keep up with the latest trends on the interwebs. Before we go any further, I want to wish my nephew Caleb a happy birthday. You're as wizard as a T-Rex, and I hope you have a Jurassic-sized birthday. I love you, little buddy. Between working on our fan film, Fallen Jedi, making videos each weekend, catching up on Season 5 of My Hero Academia, and now getting new episodes of The Mandalorian, I'm one happy little Sith Lord indeed. In case you're new to the channel, while filming the lightsaber duel for our fan film in 90-degree temperatures on location, my costume was severely damaged, but thanks to the support of my amazing Heroes of the Empire, we're halfway to our goal of raising the money to replace my Vader suit. The Empire thanks Keegan Loke, Chad Mayer, and I'm just happy to be a Stormtrooper, Adam Jordan. You are all a credit to the Empire. If you have enjoyed our content and would like to have your name featured on the end credits of our film, donate to our PayPal today and help us reach our goal of raising the credits necessary to replace my Wizard Vader costume. And since this is Halloween, tweet me a picture of your costume on Twitter at Vader Reviews, and I will feature my top 3 favorite costumes on next week's video. But now, let's discuss Chapter 9 of The Mandalorian, The Marshal. Written and directed by the man, the myth, the legend, Jon Favreau. Our story begins as Mando and Baby Yoda visit Mike Wazowski's Fight Club on planet Detroit. And I know the first rule of Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club, but I can't really discuss this episode properly without going into massive spoiler territory, so fair warning. Favreau, who played Rocky Marciano, gets back to his roots, as it were, as we catch the ringside action of 2 Gamorreans duking it out in the ring. As good old Buckethead asks his myopic friend where he can find another group of Mandalorians, so they can track down Baby Yoda's kinfolk. But Cyclops has been eyeing Mandalorian's Beskar, and when he's told to hand it over, Mando gives him the bird instead. The whistling birds, that is. One-Eyed Willie makes a break for it, but Mando pulls a Batman 89 and lassos his feet, stringing the gangster up like a meat piñata for the local strays. And after that cheery little intro, Buckethead and Gizmo head to my old stomping ground of Tatooine, where we get a little Baby Yoda product placement as Pelimoto asks how much it would cost to buy the little Muppet baby. Fun fact, Moto's Red R5 is the same unit with a bad motivator my stepbrother Owen nearly purchased in the original Star Wars. We get a little prequel-style droid slapstick from her pit droids, before we learn about a Marshal in Mos Pelgo who wears Mandalorian armor. Mos Pelgo is first introduced in the Knights of the Eternal Throne expansion pack for Star Wars The Old Republic, one of many deep-cut Star Wars references from games, films, and novels that I truly appreciated. When Mando arrives, they take their time to establish the mood and atmosphere of the town, particularly the distrust of an outsider, which gave the feeling of a classic western as a dangerous gunslinger, in this case Mando, rides into town. As the manly Mandalorian searches for the Marshal, a guy walks into a bar dressed as Boba Fett, and while this may sound like the setup to a bad joke, it's actually pretty wizard despite the fake out. The man is Marshal Cobb Vanth, played by Timothy Olyphant.
It's an Olyphant.
Vanth was introduced in the novel Aftermath in 2015, wearing Boba Fett's battered armor which had been scavenged by Jawas. Mando wants Fett's armor, and just when he and the Marshal are about to shoot it out, there's a whole lot of shaking going on. Now my first thought was that the creature responsible for these tremors was going to be a Sarlacc, only faster and more intense given the advancements in visual effects technology. But instead, we get our first film version of a living crate dragon. The first appearance of the creature was in the original Star Wars as my old buddy 3PO walks past its skeleton. In the 2002 Star Wars Bounty Hunter game, you battle my old master Gardula the Hutt's pet crate dragon as Jango Fett. Interestingly enough, considering Fett's armor features so prominently in this episode. Another touch I enjoyed was that the Krayt Dragon makes the same sound my old master Obi-Wan used to scare off the Sand People in the original Star Wars. Marshal Vance makes a deal with Mando. He'll give him Fett's armor if he helps him kill the beast that's been terrorizing their town. And while many people have said this series feels like fetch quests and missions from a video game, in this particular case, this quest is taken straight from Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, even down to the use of explosives and using banthas for bait, proving once more that we need a mercenaries-style Mandalorian game, where you travel from planet to planet taking contracts from different factions. Aside from a mention of my old hometown, Mos Espa, another reference I truly enjoyed was as Mando and Vance ride out in search of the beast. I noticed Vance's speeder is constructed from an engine of my old pod racer I used to win the Boon to Eve Classic as a youngling, meaning his bike must be the fastest ever. As they ride through a canyon, which I can only assume must be Beggar's Canyon, they run into a pack of mastiffs, and it was great to see these classic Episode 2 creatures once again. And where there are mastiffs, you know the Sand People can't be far behind. Turns out they want the Krayt Dragon dead as well for its pearl, which is first mentioned in Kevin Anderson's Star Wars novel Darksaber, and later expanded upon in West End Games' Galaxy Guides, as well as the illustrated Star Wars Universe book in 1995. Again, doing their homework and going deep into Legends for continuity, which I greatly appreciated. The one problem facing the townspeople of Mos Pelgo, the Sand People, and Mando is that the beast is very hard to kill.
You can't beat the beast? You don't think you can beat the beast, does he? Huh?
So they put their differences aside for the time being to bring it down with a serious case of heartburn, as Mando tricks the dragon into swallowing a booby-trapped bantha loaded down with explosives, and mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. The episode ends with Mando claiming Fett's armor as payment, and as he heads back to the Razor Crest, we get the moment that will have every Star Wars fan talking for probably the next couple of weeks. After the fake-out earlier in the bar with Cobb Vanth, the final shot is none other than Tamora Morrison himself, as a rugged Mad Max version of Boba Fett. He seems to have been through quite a bit since we last saw him in Return of the Jedi, scarred, wearing robes with gaffy sticks strapped to his back. And I couldn't be more excited to see where they take his character. Hopefully he will become the old Bruce Wayne to Mando's Terry McGinnis, teaming up Batman Beyond style to hunt scum and villainy across the galaxy. But we'll just have to wait and see. In the end, Season 2's premiere episode did everything it needed to do. It was an exciting episode chock full of Star Wars references the most hardcore fan can appreciate on a deeper level, without feeling forced. And the ending shot of Boba Fett watching Mando ride past the twin sunsets hints at great things to come as the season progresses. So for its Western aesthetic, visual scope, exciting action set pieces, and the inclusion of classic Star Wars lore, I give Chapter 9 of The Mandalorian 5 out of 5 Death Stars. The Marshal is impressive. Most impressive. This has been Vader Reviews. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications, and follow me on Twitter at Vader Reviews. Join the Empire today. You do not yet realize your importance. Share these videos, and together we will rule the internet. And always remember, you don't know the power of the dark side.